So you have been thinking of moving to Kitchener, Ontario, and your price range does fall within that 7 to 800,000. Then you do want to stick around because in this video, I'm going to take you on a tour of 3 different homes. They're going to be in the low, mid, and high 700,000 to get you a really good idea as to what those price points can get you right here in Kitchener. Stick around as you get right into it. Hello and welcome. If this is your first time to this channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Kitchener and surrounding towns, then subscribe below and tap on that bell for notification so you can be the first to learn about the current market in Kitchener and surrounding areas. My name is Dixit. I'm a local real estate agent serving Kitchener and surrounding towns. I do get calls, texts, emails from people just like yourself who are looking for help in making their move to Kitchener and towns around it, and I absolutely love it. So whether you're thinking of moving in 9 days or 90 days, be sure to give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or you can even schedule a Zoom call. All the info right below in the description. I'll be more than happy to help you make a smooth move to Kitchener and surrounding towns. So right now, I'm in this outdoor strip mall called the Boardwalk, and this has about 52 stores and one of the newest, located in Waterloo actually. But if you are, if you find something on the west end of Kitchener, at the border of Kitchener and Waterloo, they'll kind of give you the best of both worlds because, when it comes to shopping, dining, day-to-day stuff, you will have access to some great amenities, not just in Kitchener, but also in Waterloo. And this plaza is a classic example of that because the neighborhood where I'm about to head to show you my first property in the low 700,000, you're located about 5 minutes away, although you're in Kitchener, but this mall will be about 5 minutes away. And like I said, everything you need on your day-to-day basis, you'll find right here in this plaza pretty much. I mean, there's Walmart all the way down. On the other end, we have Rana Plus. There are a bunch of clothing stores. As you can see right behind me, Sport Check, Staples. There's Dollarama further down. There's even Landmark Cinema here. And at the same time, at the very end of it, we have 2 medical buildings located right here in the shopping mall. Waterloo Costco, which is one of the newest here in the region, is about 5 minutes down from this plaza, and even that neighborhood that I just mentioned where I'm about to head, Highland West. So that's where our first property in the low 700 is going to be. But besides that, all the shopping, you have actually a small area there where there's a splash pad as well as the outdoor playground for kids to enjoy and have a great time. So this is a pretty neat shopping mall. It's outdoor, perfect for the summer days. And even right now, the splash pad is actually open. But that's to tell you a little bit about this Boardwalk Plaza. And I'm going to head to my first property, but I'm going to show you the drive footage so you get to see what it looks like, a little bit about this mall. And then I'm going to see you at my first property, which is going to be in the low 700. So stick around as we get right into it. Okay, so we are at the first stop here and I'm about to approach the property. As I'm walking towards it, I'll tell you a bit about the neighborhood. So Highland West is kind of somewhere in the middle of, not too mature or established. While it's not one of the newest neighborhoods in Kitchener, majority of the homes you will find in Highland West are dating all the way from 90s to around early 2000s up to 2010. You will not find a lot of construction that's going to be after that. So majority of the homes, half of them are built around the 90s, while the other half of it built in the early 2000s. And the house that I'm about to show you is actually a detached home located on 7,000 square feet lot, and it's listed at just shy of $700,000. It's 3 bedroom, 2 full washroom, detached home, which you can see right behind me. This is the one I'm talking about, and it's a very interesting layout for a house this size. So it offers just around that 1,600 square feet of living space. And what you can see, you have 1 bedroom above ground and you have 2 bedroom below ground. As you can see, those windows, it's kind of a legal size window, big enough compared to typical windows we see in the basement. So it's an interesting layout for a house this size. But the best part is it does offer 7,000 square feet of living space. So you have plenty of opportunities to even, add an ADU, additional dwelling unit, shall you decide to, raise another structure at the back of it. There's more than enough clearance for you to do so. It does offer a lot of potential. Now, one thing I do want to say in all honesty, if I were to look at the comparables, although it is listed at $700,000, you're going to be looking at somewhere between 7 and 8 for this house of this size, especially the lot size and the potential that it has to offer. But very interesting layout, a good price point, especially in this market. To tell you a bit about this neighborhood of Highland West, you're kind of located on the west end border of Kitchener, pretty much bordering Waterloo. As I showed you that mall, which is located in Waterloo, it's about 5 minutes away from this neighborhood. So the residents here do enjoy the proximity of some great amenities in both Kitchener as well as the Waterloo. The other thing worth noting is you have some great schools located right within this neighborhood. So we have Sand Hills Public School as well as the St. Dominic Savio Catholic Elementary Schools. Both these schools are pretty much a walking distance from most part of this neighborhood, and they are actually rated fairly well in terms of some of the ranking bodies and how they rank if you go by it. But that's a bit about this house and the neighborhood. If you want to know more about the Highland West neighborhood, I've actually done a video about that on my channel, so feel free to check it out to learn more about this particular neighborhood if it's on your radar. But having said that, I'm actually going to jump back in my car and show you around this neighborhood, and we're going to head to the second property, which is going to be in the mid 700,000. So stick around and let's get right after it. Okay, so we are at the second stop here, and this is the house that's gonna be in the mid 700,000 range. We are still on the west end of Kitchener. The neighborhood that this house is located is called Forest Heights and Forest Hill, and it's a paradise for active lifestyle seekers, ideal for young family actually. But I'll get to the neighborhood very shortly. But I wanted to show you the house right behind me. That's the one that actually sold at $770,000. So it was listed at $769,000, and actually, as I was about to cover it, just today, I should say yesterday, it sold, and today it got updated on the MLS that it actually sold for $770,000. It's a 3 bedroom, 2 washroom. It does have a finished basement, pretty decent layout, but it's built in 1983. The one that we saw before this was built in 1992. But the Forest Heights and Forest Hill is kind of a mature and well-established neighborhood, unlike some of the other neighborhoods on the east end of Kitchener. West part of Kitchener, you'll find more mature and well-established. What you can see, even if you pay attention to the tree line right behind me, that'll give you a good idea as to, more mature tree lines. That tells you about the neighborhood and how old and mature it is. That's the tip of the day. But besides that, the house is pretty good, located on a 4,000 square feet lot. It does have a pool at the back, and like I said, sold just at around the list price. Was listed at $769,000 and sold for $770,000. But a bit about the neighborhood, what you will find, Forest Heights is paradise for active lifestyle seekers, especially ideal for young families and those who are seeking an active lifestyle, because we have Forest Heights Community Center, which is very close, located right within this neighborhood. We have Monarch Wood Trail, which is great for hiking, biking, those outdoor activities, which is very close, a short walk or a short drive from any part of this neighborhood. And at the same time, when it comes to shopping and getting your day-to-day errands done, you have plenty of options. The fact that this neighborhood is mature and established, your options are plenty when it comes to shopping, day-to-day stuff, all those things. I mean, Sunrise Plaza is about, I would say, 5 to 7 minute drive, where you will find a lot of big box stores and the shopping options. But within the neighborhood, you have a real Canadian superstore, which is located in the Highland Hills Plaza. So like I said, pretty good neighborhood, great for active lifestyle seekers, ideal for young families. And hey, another thing, if you're not a fan of those new 2-story layouts, I can tell you this neighborhood will be the paradise for you, because what you will find and what you probably see, and I'll still drive around to show you some more homes, but point I'm trying to make is many of the homes you'll find here in this neighborhood are gonna be different from 2-story. You'll find a lot of split level and the bungalow style homes in the Forest Heights. So a lot of time we find people who are not very fan of a lot of stairs and the 2-story layouts. You will definitely find a lot of great options within this neighborhood. The only downside is the fact that you will not find a lot of newer construction in this neighborhood. You will find somewhere between 70s, 80s and 90s. Not much after that has been built in and around this neighborhood. So that's just a food for thought for you. But that's a bit about the Forest Heights neighborhood and the mid 700 price point. What I'm gonna do is go back to my car, drive around this neighborhood, and I'm gonna see you at this third stop, which is gonna be at the high 700. You can also say almost $800,000 to get you a good idea about that price point. Stick around and let's go after it. Okay, so we are at the final stop here, and the house that I'm about to show you is the one that's listed in the high 700,000. Now, actually listed just at 795,000 exactly. Now, here's the thing: it is not a detached, and it actually offers above ground living space less than the other 2 homes that we saw. Although those 2 homes were actually priced lower than this, this is a semi-detached home, offers 3 bedroom and 3 washrooms above ground. So you have 2 level, basically what you can see right behind me. And this is the semi. The one on the left is the one on sale, and it has 3 bedroom above ground, 2 full washrooms above ground, and you have a powder room, what we call half washroom, on the main floor as well. Now, here's a caveat to that. Why it is priced higher compared to some of the other houses that we saw, which were actually offering more living space, better lot sizes, even though they were priced lower. So what you see right on the side is the separate entrance basement with additional 2 bedroom, kitchen, and 1 full washroom. So basically it's a 2 bedroom basement apartment, which is currently rented for $1,600 a month. So that's what actually brings up the value of the house, especially those first-time home buyers or someone looking for a mortgage helper to get them started in the housing market. Something like this could be worth considering because, you have a huge mortgage helper. And I mean, the way the rates are right now, pretty much anyone could use some help with the mortgage if they could. So this is why, although it is offering around 1,250 square feet of living space and 3 bedroom above ground, unlike the other ones that we saw, which is much bigger lot sizes, this one is around 2,500 to 3,000 square feet of lot size. So it's not a huge lot either. But like I said, the fact that it does offer additional rental space and rental income potential, that's what actually brings up the prices. The other thing, a little bit about the neighborhood. This is located in the Laurentian West neighborhood. So we are still on the west end of Kitchener. We're actually much closer to the Highway 8. Accessing from this neighborhood, it's going to be about 3 minutes at the most from any part of this neighborhood. Sunrise Shopping Center, which is, houses several big box stores, everything pretty much you need on your day-to-day basis. It's going to be a very short drive or walk from some parts of this neighborhood. And hey, you have Williamsburg Public School right here across the street from the house. Now, I know, some families prefer close proximity to the school, but others say, although they want to be close to the school to the point that, they can easily commute and drop and pick up their kids, but they may not want to be as close to the school as this one. So let me know in the comment below, what's your preference actually? Would you prefer to stay right across the school so you don't have to wait on this long, parking line when you're dropping your kids off, or your long waiting lines? You could literally walk them even during the winter months. I would be curious to know what some families have to think about it. But that's pretty much what high 700,000 can get you here in Kitchener. One more thing, if you're not looking for something like this with a separate entrance basement, you could definitely be aiming for a detached home around 15 to 1600 square feet in that, as you approach close to that 800,000 price mark. I can tell you that is definitely achievable. On the other side, the neighborhoods that I showed you today are located on the west end of Kitchener, where the construction is not as newer. What you will see in some of the neighborhoods on the east end of Kitchener, such as Dune South, Huron Park, even Grand River South for that matter, they're actually a bit of a newer construction. You will find majority of the homes being after 2005 up to the present date. So what you'll find, same 800,000 price point, 7 to 8, will kind of not get you anything around the detached house. You'll be probably looking at modern contemporary freehold townhomes in that 7 to 800 price range. So that's a bit of a food for thought. And as a buyer, that's the choices you're going to have to make when you approach this price range. But I hope you did get some value. Now you have a decent idea as to what those price points of 7 to 8 can get you here in Kitchener in some of the best neighborhoods you can find. But hey, once again, whether you're thinking of going in 9 days or 9 days, whatever your price point is, be sure to reach out. Nonetheless, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or schedule a Zoom call. All the info right below in the description. I'll be more than happy to help you make a smooth move to Cambridge, Kitchener, Waterloo, and surrounding towns. What I'm gonna do is jump back in my car, actually show you around this neighborhood of Laurentian West, so you get to see some other homes and the diversity of real estate in this neighborhood. And that pretty much will be a wrap to this video. But until next time, well, I do hope to show you around town.